Welcome the philosophy of absolute indifference, when not caring becomes your armor. Have you ever felt like caring too much was your greatest weakness? Like every time you invested emotionally in something, a relationship, a dream, a goal, or just setting yourself up to be hurt? Today, we're diving deep into a philosophy that claims to have the answer: absolute indifference. But as we'll see, this seemingly powerful approach might actually be a trap disguised as freedom. The core promise, the philosophy of absolute indifference, makes a seductive claim. True power comes from caring about nothing. The logic seems bulletproof. If you don't care, you can't be hurt. If you have no attachments, you have no vulnerabilities. You become like a fortress with no gates, a fighter with no weak spots. This philosophy draws from ancient wisdom traditions, but twists them into something darker. The Stoics spoke of apatheia, freedom from destructive passions, but they didn't mean becoming emotionless robots. They meant cultivating rational calm while still engaging with life. The Taoists taught wu-wei, effortless action, flowing like water, but they didn't advocate complete withdrawal from caring. They taught alignment with natural rhythms. The philosophy of absolute indifference takes these nuanced teachings and strips them down to a dangerous simplicity. Care about nothing, and nothing can touch you. The transformation process. Practitioners of this philosophy engage in what they call systematic desensitization, deliberately numbing themselves to emotional connection. They might avoid forming deep relationships, treat achievements with deliberate practice emotional detachment from outcomes, view compassion as weakness, celebrate their growing inability to feel at first. This might feel empowering. Breakups don't hurt anymore. Failures roll off your back. Criticism bounces off like rain on stone. You feel invincible, untouchable, free. The real-life example. Michael's story. Let me tell you about Michael, a successful entrepreneur who embraced this philosophy after a devastating business failure and divorce in the same year. He decided he'd been too invested, too vulnerable. He rebuilt his life on the principle of absolute indifference. Michael started a new company but kept emotional distance from it. It's just business, he'd say. He dated but never committed. People leave anyway, was his mantra. He made money but felt nothing about it. He achieved success but experienced no joy. 5 years later, Michael had everything he thought he wanted: wealth, freedom, independence, and complete emotional invulnerability. He also had something he didn't expect: a crushing, empty loneliness that no amount of success could fill. He'd become so good at not caring that he'd forgotten how to care at all. His life felt like watching a movie of someone else's existence. The breaking point came when his sister had a baby. Holding his newborn nephew, Michael waited to feel something: joy, tenderness, connection. Nothing came. He'd desensitized himself so thoroughly that he couldn't access the emotions that make life worth living. What philosophers actually say, real philosophical wisdom, tells a different story. The Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, never advocated indifference to life. Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively about duty, love, and engagement. Epictetus taught that while we can't control external events, we should still act virtuously and care deeply about our character. Their apatheia meant freedom from irrational disturbance, not freedom from caring. The Taoists, Laozi Zhuangzi, taught wu-wei as spontaneous, natural engagement with life, not withdrawal. Zhuangzi's famous butterfly dream wasn't about not caring, which was real. It was about embracing the mystery of existence with wonder. Albert Camus, the philosopher of absurdism, directly confronted this question. He argued that life is inherently meaningless, but our response shouldn't be indifference, it should be rebellion. We create meaning through passionate engagement despite the absurdity. His famous conclusion about Sisyphus: one must imagine Sisyphus happy, finding purpose in the struggle itself. Viktor Frankl, psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, built an entire philosophy around the opposite conclusion. In Man's Search for Meaning, he demonstrated that having something to live for was what enabled survival in the most extreme suffering. Those who found meaning endured, those who embraced indifference perished. Martha Nussbaum, contemporary philosopher, has written extensively on emotions and vulnerability. She argues that our vulnerability through attachment is precisely what makes us human and ethical. To be capable of love, compassion, and justice, we must remain open to being affected by others. The hidden cost? Here, that's what the philosophy of absolute indifference does untell you. Caring is not just a source of penance, the source of everything that makes life meaningful. When you care about nothing, success becomes hollow, relationships become transactions, beauty becomes meaningless, growth becomes unnecessary, life becomes endurance rather than experience. Yes, attachment creates vulnerability, but it also creates connection, meaning, joy, and purpose. The question isn't whether to care, but how to care wisely. The real path forward. The ancient philosophers actually got it right the first time. Before their ideas were distorted, practice discernment, not indifference. Care deeply about what matters, release what doesn't. This requires wisdom to know the difference. Embrace healthy detachment from outcomes, not from life itself. Do your best, then accept what comes. This is different from not caring about what you're doing. Build resilience through engagement, not withdrawal. The muscle that makes you strong enough to handle pain is the same one that lets you experience joy. Understand that vulnerability is strength. Brené Brown's research shows that those who embrace vulnerability live more wholehearted, connected lives. The armor we build to protect ourselves becomes our prison. Conclusion: the philosophy of absolute indifference promises power, but delivers emptiness. True strength isn't found in caring about nothing, it's found in caring wisely, loving bravely, and remaining open to life despite its inevitable pain. Michael eventually had to relearn how to feel, to care, to attach. It was harder than building his indifference had been, but slowly, holding his nephew, investing in friendships, allowing himself to hope he came back to life. The real wisdom isn't in becoming invulnerable, it's in being vulnerable and choosing courage anyway. Because a life where nothing can hurt you is also a life where nothing can touch you, move you, or make you feel truly alive.